Alright guys, it's that time of the season again. Season 7 is coming soon, and with it comes another update. And there's some early access gameplay of it, thanks to Ninja Kiwi, as usual, for the early access. It's quite a big one. First off, we have another hero returning from BT6. It is Ezili, along with Smudge Catt for hero alt. You can see it over here, and it seems like now they changed the hero alt so that you don't have to unlock all the cosmetics for original Ezili before unlocking Smudge Catt, because as you see, it only costs 40k hero points versus having to buy every cosmetic beforehand. You see over here. But yeah, let's go ahead and unlock Smudge Catt Ezili. And I guess we'll find out what differences she has versus the normal Ezili and what's changed from BT6. But before then, real quick, let's take a look at all the new Bling. We got a couple new mob skins, which will probably be another eyesore, and possible to tell how much HP they have. But what's new? Couple new decals, couple new emotes. This is, I believe, a buckshot emote. Yes, indeed. Aircraft carrier emote. Like that. Watch this emote, and then a bunch of cute avatars. Let's just go ahead and buy out the entire collection here. And what else is new is we also have a new map called Oasis, which, as you can see over here, looks pretty interesting. It looks like the balloons go under trees there, so you can't attack them. Maybe they're removable. We'll find out once you jump to a game here. And of course, there's a lot of balance changes too, but I'll go over those at the end of the video if you're curious about my thoughts on all of them. Okay, and now we're jumping over to a game here versus Alukian, another Battles YouTuber that got early access. Go check out his video too, because there'll be different games, so you won't be seeing the same content. But yeah, the loadout I'm picking is Wizard, Alk, and Sniper. Now, I know Smudge Catt doesn't synergize perfectly with Wizards. Normal Ezili's ability is supposed to buff wizards, but I figured, well, on Oasis, you see, there's a really good spot where the wall fire can get 2 hits. And let me just see. Wow, the Oasis, the trees are not removable. Only, wait, nothing is. Wow, okay. Alright, there we go, folks. Wall fire time, wall fire. Okay, and now it's time, I think we drop Ezili. So she's only $600, but how much damage does she really do? Looks like it's 6 pierce per shot. That's actually a little bit better than I expected. Although I actually don't remember exactly how much pierce the normal BT6 Ezili gives. Either way, I'm also really curious to know how fast she levels up. Does she level the speed of Oben, Quincy, and the other base heroes, or is it similar to like Benjamin and Churchill? Because if I recall in BT6, Ezili does level slower than the main one, so that means we can't get Hex for round 20. But if we get it for like ZMGs, then that would be a very easy defend. And now you see level 3s coming soon. The ability is a little different versus normal Ezili. So Screech, it now pops all purple balloons and strips Rugo property from all balloons on screen. So it's a one-use kind of thing. Normally with Ezili's level 3, it lasts for several seconds, but it doesn't allow balloons to regrow. On top of that, I believe in this game, normal Ezili allows towers to pop purples. So if we're talking about usefulness, I'm pretty sure that normal Ezili's ability is a bit better. But of course, I could be wrong. That being said, it looks like this wallfire spot is good, but it still leaks a bunch of balloons, so let me see what I shall do here. I figure since we already have a wallfire up, we should definitely rush a Necromancer. Round 8 purples, by the way. I really hope Alukian doesn't send it out, but he probably might, and that's when I'm going to use the ability. Alright, looks like no purples. Oh, there it is. Let me use the ability just to show ya. See that? So, I think it only did 1 layer to the purples. I thought it was gonna like pop it completely. I guess that might have been too strong though if it did do that. But I feel like there's definitely like very easy counterplay to, well, Smudge Catt there. Oh, also reactors are really good. Spawn this map, I just realized. Dang. That being said, here's more purples, so I'm gonna use the ability now. That's a lot of purples, by the way. Jeez. Boost. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, okay. Wasn't sure if Alukian was gonna try to kill me there. We did say to each other that we would be sending each other pressure brushes. So yeah, I gotta keep my eye out for that. Let's get the bouncing bullet. We should be good. I'll send a couple myself, actually. A couple of regrow zebras, just so he uses the ability. There we go. I believe that's the ability right there. And yeah, with his ballistic missile and reactor, I can't really rush him. And hey, we got level 7 Ezili already. Also, bad thing, I should have put that under the bouncing bullet. Or near Ezili, because right now... Oh, also, can you actually place where the totem goes? Yes, you can. How much range does it give? Alright. I might consider selling this sniper, to be honest. But yeah, I can only use it so many times because it loses 5 lives, as you see. Giant description here. Gives a bunch of crap. Smudge Cat also gets buffed. She gets additional mob speed and mob damage if in range, which she is. But yeah, you gotta be careful about using it. We can't just willy-nilly because we only have 45 lives. I feel like because of that, the synergy with Heli Pilot would be really good. Heli gives lives, Chinook, so you can kind of infinitely use Smudge Cat there. Anyways, I think he's gonna send a mob out, right? Yep, there it is, there it is. What should we do? Well, we'll use Totem again. We will get a sniper. 202, and there we go. Easily taken care of. Or should I say, Ezili taken care of. Sorry, moving on. Alright, let me just send a mob out, and he's gonna get a Super Monkey. He's showing 2 of his towers, right? Super and Sub. Got Laser Blast. He should be good with the Totem. Nicely done, Alukian. Nicely done. Okay, and now if I can get in time, I'm gonna sell the Sniper to afford my Elite Sniper. Here we go. Let's get the Giant Crate out. Extra 5k. Plus Eco. And here comes a BFB. This is a null BFB, right? I think so. How is Smudge Cat's damage? Should I drop Totem now? Hang on. Let me do... let me see. Actually, let me do a Phoenix. This. We'll drop Totem too. Why not? I assume that buffs Phoenix too. And there we go. BFB taken care of. Probably a little bit overkill. But better safe than sorry, I guess. And let's see. Okay, so level 24, she gets level 10. That sounds about on par with Churchill. Maybe a bit faster. Don't remember exactly. But either way, that's nice. So this is a little bit different than normal Hex. It works on 3 of the strongest move class wounds instead of 1 of them for normal Ezili. And instead of 10-second duration, it is a 5-second for Smudge Cat. Alright, and here comes a ZMG. So this is one I want to test out. I think first off, I actually have to do a bit of damage first, because if it's only 5 seconds, I don't think Ezili can actually fully one-shot a ZMG. There's also a really cool trick I can do with Elite Defender, but I don't have quite the money right now, so I'm gonna chill for now. Let's use Hex. Watch this, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And, okay, I mistimed that badly. Okay, hang on, folks. Hang on. I thought that was going to one-shot, but I was, wrong. It didn't last long enough, so let me actually use Elite Defender. Watch this, guys. Watch this. So, if you do this, and then use the Totem, you lose lives, and that causes Elite Defender to get some insane attack speed. Just look there. Just look there, guys. 4x attack speed, I believe. Now here come Moabs. Let me just send out, an FBFB. Just for funsies. And, okay, I think Luke can just use the Hex to get rid of it instantly. Well done there. Yeah, again, it's nice to see that hero alts, like, they're different, but not necessarily better than the normal hero in all situations. Because definitely in that situation when there's only 1 Bloon, you'd want normal Ezili. Anyways, it doesn't look like Ezili can level to 20 by the time that's come out. So that's a bit unfortunate. That means you can't really use her as an anti-bad, which a lot of people were looking for. So let me see how I want to tackle a bad here. I think I have enough money for Crew Mob, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and get it. And if I want to beat bads, I should go for a 205 Elite Defender versus a normal. Here comes a normal one. So let me see. Should I sell the Sniper first? Yeah, let me just sell it. Watch this, guys. I'm going to go for a 205 on Strong. Use the ability, and let me boost as well. Just to show you how fast it goes down with every attack speed buff on the Sniper guy. Just look at it, folks. Just look at it. There's DDTs out. And nicely taken care of. Actually, I wouldn't say nicely, because there's still ZMGs left. That's where we use Hex, though. So I'll work on 2 of them. Let me just wait for it to be fully damaged. Damage a frick ton. Okay, now. I waited too late. Up to BFBs. That's fine, though. I think we can pop it down. Right? Okay, 2 BFBs left. Yeah, we should take care of that easy. Let me send a bat out for the memes. I assume Maluki will probably just first strike this to death. Yeah. Alright. Well, this is where I'm going to send out tight ZMGs then. Try to first strike this. Because I think the ZMGs are ramped up to a point where one first strike can't actually kill it all off. So good luck to Lucian. DDT is thinking my again. Oh, we got Hex. Clutch Hex, but regrows? Oh. Hex didn't work on the regrows. Unlucky. Well, GG though, I think that was a solid showcase of Ezili, Smudge Cat, and normal Ezili. And before I leave the screen here, this victory animation is just so cute. I mean, look at that cat. How can you not use Smudge Cat after seeing this little cute kitty cat? Oh, also guys, one more thing I missed. You can actually remove the trees here for 350. I only realized that because Lucian got rid of that. And looks like now I can see over obstacles, so that's what we're looking for the entire time. Okay, and now for the general changes, the balance changes. There's a lot to go over again, so I'll do my best to condense it as quickly as possible, while giving you everything there is to know about it. So first off, massive XP overhaul. For those of you who quit the game because it took too long to grind, well, now it doesn't cost XP to unlock towers anymore. Instead, it's monkey money, which still requires a grind, but I believe it's a lot less compared to the XP you had to do before, and I guess you can also pay for monkey money, so you can kind of, well, if you have the funds, you can get a little bit of a head start in the XP, in the unlocks. But I don't think it's that bad, because you get up to tier 4s immediately, so all you have to do now is unlock tier 5s, and to be honest, if you're good enough, if you're just starting off, you probably don't need tier 5s to win anyways. And as I mentioned earlier, the alt hero unlocks, now you don't have to buy the 9 previous cosmetics, which is huge. Good at NK for finally making this change. And it looks like tier restrictions have been removed from any arena, because before they made it so that Yellow Stadium's tier 3 max, White Wasteland's tier 4 max, just because it was an imbalance. But now, since that doesn't really matter anymore, that doesn't matter anymore too, the tier restrictions. And to those in the Hall of Masters, including myself, this change is massive, and they finally did it, guys. They gave you visible score. Not quite ELO, but it's good enough to know your progress. Some of you may have found it very annoying if you're not in top 100, not knowing exactly what rank you are. But I think now you can get a better glimpse of how far you're off for the top 100. The top of that, post-game screens now show you how much you gained or lost in the game. So yeah, not really much to complain about there. And now for the changes to towers. So Dark Monkey's Crossbow Master went up from 9 to 11. That's pretty insignificant because Crossbow Master just needs, I don't know, a lot more than just damage to make it actually usable. Dark Monkey in general. This one's an interesting change. Fan Club, you can now drop monkeys after the ability has been used to get more monkeys to be fan clubbed. So that means you don't have to pre-place monkeys, which I guess makes it more of a quality of life rather than power, because yeah, Dark Monkey's still a bit underpowered, in my opinion. Bomb Shooter got a nerf. I don't know how necessary this was, because Bomb isn't really meta, but I guess it makes it a little bit less annoying. Bloom Crush got a bit of a nerf. I don't know if this means 520 doesn't have full uptime on DTs. I guess we'll find out though. I'm also not sure why Tack Shooter got a nerf here with the Blade Strum. I don't think it was necessarily overpowered. Although I guess this doesn't really change because not many maps have obstacles other than like in the wall, which does hurt attack a lot here. Now this is a massive buff. Glue Gunner, not the Balloon Dissolver buff, although of course getting it cheaper is nice, but this one. Relentless Glue can now grant camo. Well, this is huge because now you don't need to get like camo protection for DDTs if you get Super Glue up, which means several glue strategies can now be viable. I have thought in my head that I'm not going to say right now, but you'll see when I run it next season. I think this is a pretty massive change without making Glue Gunner too overpowered. Next up is Monkey Sub. This tower is definitely in need of a nerf, most notably to the middle path. Ballistic Missile got the pierce reduced from 175, and the bonus damage decrease. I don't think this will do too much though, because how often does Ballistic Missile use up the 100 pierce? Not too much. It was more the double damage buff they gave months ago. That was the biggest issue. But I guess now you will need a couple more. Your opponent goes for a really, really big Rigor Rush. They also nerfed the Submerger support by a little bit just to make the camo a little more expensive. They buffed the reactor in price to make up for that price increase for the previous path. All in all, a fair nerf. Also, they decreased the increased ballistic missile attack speed just by a little bit, so it doesn't gut the tower completely. Same with the first strike, just a splash damage nerf, so it doesn't change too much. I think subs will still be very strong, very usable, including the sub commander change, which now you can play subs anywhere on the map, and it'll get the buff. Despite sub being used so much, nobody used sub commander, so hopefully maybe we'll see some use here. Monkey Ace's buffs are unfortunately very insignificant because no one uses Spectre. It needs a lot more than just a 0.01 cooldown decrease, which is, other words, a 17% attack speed buff. Heli Pilot Razor Rotors Pierce increase. This is good for those who like running Razor Rotors for the mid game, although I don't think it's too viable still. Guess we'll find out though. Mortar Monkey got some massive changes. Biggest one can now stun World Class Bloons for 0.2 seconds. I don't think this is a permastall at all, even with 520, but I guess it is some utility for the Mortar Tower in general. Helps slow down DDTs. And this change just came out of nowhere. All of a sudden, we have this tower that's meant for Bloons doing extra bad damage, which is kind of interesting because, as you see, plus 10 damage is insane. And then the Popinot grants other artillery batteries plus 6 damage, so in essence, X4X battery does plus 10 damage to bads per shot if you have Popinot. I wonder how a Popinot plus artillery battery would do against bads now. I guess stay tuned for me to try that out. And now Wizard Monkey Top Path with its 100th buff. Archmage now has more Mo class damage. I'm pretty sure they've buffed this tower 5 times already, and no one has used Top Path anymore. So I don't think this next change will give it more use. Waiting for next season where they increase the damage from 35 to 40. Not much to say about the Super Monk here. Sun Avatar, nobody really uses it because it's still too expensive. And Sun Avatar isn't the one people use anyways. Next, Druid, part of the meta towers. The only thing meta that got nerfed with Druid though was the Druid of Wrath, which is increased by a little bit. Not enough to really hurt much. Druid the Jungle, I don't know why this was nerfed, because no one really goes middle path for ceramics. If anything, this hurts Druid eco strategies that don't use farm. Speaking of farm, farm is still really good, guys. They only nerfed the late game of it, where the Banana Central now, doesn't buff 4xx farms as much. But the biggest problem with the farm is the early game snowball, so you're still gonna see lots of farms, guys. Probably a lot to Druid sub farm. But hey, at least it's a little bit harder to use now, right? Like, I'm okay with Ninja QB not gutting towers completely, nerfing them to the ground. I do think any of the 3 towers could have used just a little bit more, though. Monkey Engineer, Cleansing Foam. Pierce increased. Same with the Wet Crosspath, from plus 5 to 10. I'm pretty sure this is still not enough to make Decamo Foam a viable option, but I guess we'll see. Quincy, Cyber Quincy, got some price decrease, and their level 10 Storm Arrows ability is a bit more reliable now. Not much more to say there. Gwendolyn and Science Gwen have pretty big buffs. Before Heated Up, only got the plus 1 damage I think at level 18, which is way too late in the game. But now at level 10, you get the plus 1 damage on top of the Pierce. So this is huge for attack plus Gwen 10 strategies. Now, I'm pretty sure you can just shred down World Class Bloons with a plus 1 with Overdrive spam. Should make up for that attack nerf earlier, I guess. Now for Oben, another nerf, which was definitely needed. The Nature War Totem, the effect is just a little bit weaker. I don't think this will do too much. It'll be more to the level 10 ability, which RBE is reduced from 2.5 to 2k. I wonder if the money is also decreased because of that. That would be nice, because there's no way, in no way should Open be a moneymaker with the wall trees eating so many balloons and making you money. And here are the bug fixes. The only ones I think are going to be massive is the Ninja Monkey Sabotage, not slowing nearly spawn balloons. This was a huge nerf to Ninja Monkey and made it almost unusable, but now does help it a little bit with DDTs and all that. And also, apparently Necromancer had 1 less Pierce. I guess that makes it a bit better now, especially with Ezili working on Necromancers and Wizards. But yeah, I'll leave the rest of the bug fixes for you to look at. If you want to see the full patch notes, read them. They'll be either in-game when the update drops, or otherwise I'll link the Reddit post to all the discussion and the patch notes down below. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the update below, and stay tuned for more Battles content, because I'm definitely going to be trying out some new strategies thanks to these changes. That's all for now, though. See you guys later.